So, we return to A Class of Crows. Previously on Class of Crows, the party made their escape from the path below, a dungeon near the school, and discovered that what they thought was a day that they had spent in the dungeon was actually a month for those in the world outside that dungeon. And then, after meeting some of the rangers who made an attempt to rescue them while they were lost in the dungeon, they headed back to school and were reunited with some of their classmates. And were told by one of them that she had prepared a supplemental little cram school for them for the content that they'd missed. They did a couple other various things just to prep some stuff for their return to school, and then headed off to bed. So, just to get you guys up to date, the hat has an item, which we spoke a little bit earlier, so that's in the inventory that you can read. That was the projecting hat that they found in the path below. And then in addition to that, I added the bottle that you were given of Mockingbird Anti-Venom. I know you added your own one, but I added it to add more text to it. So that's in your inventory. And then I also, I added the robe as well with the items that you have left on that. And I added your little mysterious ruby there. You can ignore the flavor text where it says how much it's worth. That's just because it's a normal ruby that I quickly edited.
Gotcha.
Dang. And then the last thing that I did is, Gilly, in your inventory, I added a new little custom item called your plant collection, I believe. Where you can keep you can keep track of the various plants that you have found throughout your travels, the ones that you have
cool.
organized and labeled, and then I also added. So I have the ones that you currently have on you. I piled all together all the ones that you found out didn't do anything. Just you kind of use standard plants, but then the other three that you gathered, the various pieces of. Oh wait, there's one more. I'll add one more. I forgot the last one.
So if I want to add anything else, I hit the customize and then the name and notes.
Yeah, I can go if you want me to do it. I can go into the actual thing and edit it. If you add it to the notes, it'll display in a different section.
Oh, okay.
I'll make a note to get that last one because I think you had 4. There's only 3 there.
Yeah, I got the Venom too. Although I gave it to, I think I gave that one away.
Okay. And then you can keep track of. It's just a way to keep track of the various effects of them as well.
Okay, cool. Yes.
I believe that's all the item stuff.
I will smoke everything.
If you organize about it.
Burn the whole world down.
It's gonna be great.
So, then without further ado, you wake up on the Monday morning. I'm assuming probably Croak first. Ready for classes.
Yeah, he'll get up and say a quick prayer to Morningstar, and then actually want to start writing a letter before everyone else gets up.
Okay.
It's going to be addressed to Captain Lavender of the Labyrinthine Ranger Division, and I want to just kind of brief her about the incidents we had in Arcanay with the Fae, and just make a copy of the letter that we received there that was written by E.
I see. Okay.
And just basically just ask if they have any information that could help us. I don't expect them to like, take over the investigation or whatever, but just if they have anything that can assist us in finding out more.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Saldana at the Airy would have an address that you could get in contact with her of their
Okay.
barracks back in Shamport. So
Yeah, I was hoping that. Otherwise, I was just gonna ask around at the college. But yeah,
Yeah.
that's good.
if you went to the Airy, then that she would have the address. We don't have to do that played out in roleplay, as it'd be fairly standard interaction. But
Okay.
if we want to say that you get that done during your free time today, I'll allow that.
Yeah.
Then while you're writing that letter, I guess anyone else who wants to wake up can wake up.
I'm gonna wake up before as Croak's writing his letter early for some reason, and head to the bathroom before he can get there.
Okay.
Well, Tony being a little laggy for me today.
That was a little bit for
Okay.
me whenever I first loaded in.
And then I'm gonna sing in the restroom, but not in real life.
Okay.
Oh man.
Sorry, you don't get the show.
Killian wakes up and, of course, starts her morning bagpipe playing.
The usual performance check. Then we'll see how well you're doing today.
Hopefully it's high.
15. 15.
Not
Yes!
bad. Not bad.
So whatever Killian starts to play is what I'm gonna sing in the restroom. It's gonna be like a what is it?
Sympathy song.
Orchestra.
Sympathy.
Yeah.
Wait, no. I can't say it now.
Symphony.
Symphony.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, there's a couple wrong notes here and there, Killian, but you managed to play something that at least resembles a song today. And you hear from kind of out in the hallway some singing to accompany you.
She plays louder the more singing she hears.
Man, what's going on with Roll20 today?
It always seems like around this time on Sundays it's just really busy.
Perhaps. I've never experienced it like this before.
Friday, it just kept refreshing for me. It was so annoying.
Yeah.
Weird.
Yeah, I had to I think Friday it was Friday whenever I joined in. I had to clear my cache because it wouldn't even load the campaign. It was like infinite loading screen.
Jeez, it's annoying.
It is an imperfect website, that's for sure.
So I guess by this time Croak would have probably finished his letter.
Morning, Croak.
Good morning, yo.
I'm gonna head to the food stores and make up some breakfast for all of us.
Try refreshing while you guys do that.
You playing with your door closed, Killian?
Yeah. She hasn't opened it yet.
Croak will tap on your door.
Who is it?
It's Croak, Killian.
What's up, man? No, I'm kidding. What's up?
Just wanted to say that your bagpipes are sounding fairly good today.
Thank you. You're sounding great today yourself, too.
Oh, much appreciated.
Oh, was that not you singing out in the hall?
No, it most certainly was not.
Well, then never mind. Not you.
Oh,
Oops.
okay. Gilly, are you still singing?
Yes, I am. I'm singing so loud that I can't hear you knocking unless you knock hard.
He's not even gonna knock. He hears you singing, so he's just gonna kind of
Stand up.
post up almost like a decorative suit of armor and just kind of stand there and wait.
He finally finishes and opens the door and looks at Croak, and he waves his hand and he's like, it's pretty warm in here. Don't let it I'm sorry, but don't let it rust your metal.
Oh, I should hope it would not, but thank you for the warning, Gilly.
Yep. And he's gonna go to the dining area.
So, Croak will, as typical, lock the door, remove his armor, and do his morning cleaning ritual. What you cooking, yeah?
I don't know. I don't have a table to roll on. What would you cook? I imagine some fish, some kind of seafood, whatever's available.
Catch of the day.
Yeah, there you go.
So a lot of you go through your usual morning routines, and nothing really out of the ordinary happens. You have a week of classes planned out ahead of you, but in addition to that, you also have Amelia. Well, should you choose to attend, you have Amelia's little cram school that she planned for you in the afternoons after class is over. That is optional. You don't have to go to it if you don't want to.
Yeah.
Can we like take Amelia with us anywhere?
Have her teach you all on the move?
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, we can fast forward through it. I don't mean that you have to actually listen to me
Oh,
lecture
okay.
you about things. I just mean that if you feel your character wouldn't do that, you don't have to go to it.
Okay.
I think I would show up to one and then my eyes would glaze over as I'm making poor attempts at paying attention.
Yo might not remember it all, but he'll go.
Okay.
He's curious.
Yeah, Killian would go to see Amelia.
Yeah, Croak would definitely go. So I guess I'm just gonna sit down here and just wait for breakfast and look over my schedule.
So this week it will be a bit of a busy week for you guys if you are doing the cram school. But like any of the other weeks, there'll be some lectures and some more boring classes that we'll skip through. So I think we'll do another week where we just touch on the interesting classes.
Okay.
And in that week, if there's any time you want to accomplish anything or visit anywhere, you just stop me and say so. But today you have your usual classes, but we'll jump ahead to enchantment, which will be upstairs in the upper hall classrooms.
All right. I'll relay the schedule to the party.
I might as well do this right now. Let's roll and see what the other classes are. Alright. Okay. So you finish up your breakfast and go about your day.
It's time for enchantment.
Oh, sweet. Let's go.
All follow the schedule, master.
None of us have ever even looked at ours. Wait,
nobody
did
even
we?
nobody even bothers bringing theirs with them. They just assume that he has it.
Oh shit! I forgot to say good morning to Windermere. I would have said good morning to her.
Of course. She's actually accompanying you guys to enchantments today.
Oh, nice.
I want to
Nice.
make hand movements to see what the imp's gonna do.
What kind of hand movements?
I don't know, just flailing.
Its gaze just kind of follows you as you move your hands around. But it still sits perched on your shoulder.
Interesting. Okay, I'm gonna go to class now.
As you head off to class, you can pick up your stuff that you left, or you can do that later if you want. I just wanted to remind you that you left some stuff there. Gilly.
Oh, okay.
You can do it on the
I
way
did-
back too, though, if you don't want to carry it with you.
Yeah, I'm gonna wait, cause you said apothecary, right? Cause I wanted to talk to her anyways, so I probably should just wait till after class.
Yeah, that's fine. Just wanted to remind you
Okay.
that it was there
Yeah, I remember.
before I forget.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I remember I talked to Dallas. She is my favorite NPC.
Aw.
All right. It should be somewhere else. There we go. All right, Killian's still here for the little mischief that she was getting up to, but I'll get the rest of you in there. The usual guards are on duty as they always are. But they look pretty tired. They're doing overtime, as they told Killian.
As they are the only two guards. Wait,
Uh,
have you run into other people here?
There's one more.
Yeah. There's
Oh,
a
yeah,
half-orc.
you're right.
Croak will salute Destin and Arlette on his way in.
Hello. Hello, Alabaster.
Knew it was coming.
He ignores you this time.
Ooh.
She did.
I forget his real name.
It's Alabaster.
Alistair.
Alistair doesn't exist.
It's fine. I forget his name too now. So
I'm gonna wave and say hi, Alabaster, before heading towards class.
it just kind of gives you a heavy sigh.
Just accept it.
The school is bustling and busy as always, but it's you notice the kind of people look a little different because it's been like a month since you've seen some of these faces that you passed by in the hallways.
Yeah, I thought Alabaster was looking a bit more wrinkled.
I can't catch a break.
You can hear voices from the other classrooms that are full of students. But you are in this class.
Croak will salute the professor on entrance.
She's not really paying attention. She's preparing some stuff for the class.
Nice.
Also in this class, you see Windermere sitting at the back next to Emilio. But also you see the Nyanhari monk, Nyanhari full-blood monk who was in the monk class from the other day. I guess it was a
Can't remember.
month ago, but
Mary?
Yeah. Did I get his name? I can't remember. I know we had like an awkward thing.
he introduced
asked about-
himself. Yeah.
It was Mary, right?
Hmm.
Oh wow, you have a way better memory than me.
I took
I'll
notes.
say hey to Windermere and oh my god, I'm already blanking on Amelia. And then nod to the cat.
That was his name.
I'm terrible with names, by the way. Even
Let's
in real life.
let's zoom you in because there's not enough chairs. There you go.
Ooh,
There's a couple more chairs.
nice. Just sitting there in the back now.
Yeah, the other version of the classes are the condensed non-canon version. This would be more closer to how many seats there would be in an actual class.
I like it.
Windermere, sit next to me. Wendy. Killian's like
All
holding
right.
up her arms, waving.
Yeah, she'll sit next to you. Well, make sure everybody's facing the actual board. Nobody's sitting in their seat backwards.
Nah, Killian is. Don't worry.
So after a couple moments, the professor, Professor Northumber, she's just sort of getting things ready for the class. Taking various things out of her bags, some piles of notes, and organizing things. But as she sees that the whole class has begun to flood in, hey, that's not to sit all the way there. She turns to the classroom and says, "Good morning, students. How's everybody doing today?"
Oh, well, and yourself, Professor?
Good.
I'm glad to hear it. I'm happy to see that you lot are returning to classes after your little extended absence.
Indeed, it was unexpected, but we are happy to be here now.
Well, I'm sure you have a lot to get caught up with, but today's class we will be doing another demonstration of a enchantment spell. Now, this is an incredibly useful spell that has been used all throughout the ages in various purposes. It is a spell called Zone of Truth. I am sure some of you may have heard of it before. Lots of inquisitors and clerics and the rangers themselves often use it in an attempt to get stories straight. But today I'd like to just have a little bit of fun with it and show you exactly how it works. So, without further ado, why don't we start with that? I would like you to try and gather within the first 2 rows of the desks here, so that we're all within the spell.
Amelia. Killian moves her seat up.
As long as you're in the first 2 rows, you'll be in range, so just somewhere in there. Once you've all taken your seats, the professor, satisfied, will step a little bit closer so that she's in range too, and raise her hands and begin to cast Circle of Truth. As she casts it, she says to you guys, I would advise you not to fight it just for the purposes of the demonstration. Of course, I can't force you to. So you're all being affected by this spell. If you want to fight it, message me on Discord, because Only Northumber knows who's going to fight the spell. Otherwise, I will assume that you didn't fight it, and it will be active on you.
I don't even know what it does, so I'm not gonna fight it.
You can guess from from the name of the spell, but satisfied that everybody is within range. She finishes casting the spell, and you can see a sort of glowing ley line traced in the ground. And you are immediately aware that you are being placed under a spell. The spell itself entails an awareness from the person who is being subjected to it. So, as the spell is cast, you are aware that you are under its influence. And Professor Northumber continues after casting the spell and says, "Now, Zone of Truth is a field that can be created in which those who stand within it are compelled to tell only the truth. Now, this doesn't mean that you can force them to talk, of course, but it does mean that if they do speak, they cannot speak a lie. Now, each of you should now be under the effects of this spell. So, why don't we give it a try? Killian, what is your race?
Giant.
You're unable to say giant.
Okay, halfling. Right,
Halfling.
yeah,
You say halfling.
halfling.
The words kind of catch in your throat as you start to say giant, and they won't come out. But when you switch to halfling, you are able to speak normally. Very good. As you can see, any attempt to lie is thwarted by a Zone of Truth. Now, out of pure curiosity, does anybody have any questions for me or for your fellow students?
How long does this last for?
The duration of the spell is around 10 minutes, typically, before it begins to fade.
Gilly, do you plan on selling those drugs you have to any other students?
Now, Gilly, you do not have to answer if you do not wish to. You can stay silent, but if you do speak, you can't speak any lies.
They aren't drugs, they're plants. That's not a lie.
Correct?
Understood.
Hey, Wendy, are we friends?
I believe so.
Okay, good. Me too.
Hey, Wendy, do you hate it when we call you Wendy?
Yes.
I thought so.
I believe I have told you that before, though.
Just making sure.
That's true. She doesn't need to be under a spell to tell us that.
Trying so hard not to metagame right now.
I know. There's one question I want to ask Mary, but
No, I did this on purpose. You can metagame a little if you want to. I don't mind. As long as it is within reason.
Mary, where did
Yeah?
you get your tattoo?
He looks like he looks startled by that. And kind of thinks for a moment and says, just an old gang that I used to run with. I don't anymore.
Ooh, what kind of gang?
Well. And then he doesn't say anything.
Can I ask why you don't run with them anymore?
Well,
Why you left?
got in a spot of trouble and I got caught and they left me behind, so I decided I'd had enough of them.
Wise choice.
Amelia, what are you most afraid of?
Well, and she doesn't say anything. But she does look nervous.
Gilly's gonna
Apologies.
Gilly's gonna respond getting an F on a test. Is it true?
You would know better than I would.
Oh, I think he was like responding for Amelia.
Yeah.
Oh, she shakes her head, says no. No, it's not that.
Man, Gilly's mom scares me.
It's funny.
I find her quite attractive.
Just about to ask how Croak feels about her.
Gilly's gonna like head slap. I can't believe you said that.
Sorry, it was the zone influencing me. Really? I don't find her attractive at all. She's your mother. I would never. feel
You
that way
can't
about
say
her.
that because you don't believe that. So
Oh, I thought the zone went down. That's why I went to the top.
No.
But okay, never mind.
No, I just was doing it so
yes,
that I could
she is-
click on you guys.
Oh, okay.
I
Zone
hope
is still-
I can't help it, Gilly. It's just the way
I hope
feel.
you don't have impure thoughts about her, because that would be awkward and embarrassing.
Yo could draw you some porn.
He actually doesn't have impure thoughts about her, so I do not, Gilly.
I just want to say I have a strict rule of not drawing people I know naked, so
Mhm.
sorry.
It's understandable.
Yeah, it's for the best, trust me.
Professor, how do you feel about Gilly's mom?
I haven't met her.
You really should. She's scary.
I see. The entire time you're talking, the professor just seems thoroughly entertained by all of it. And then as you guys kind of die down in your conversation, she says, having fun then, are we?
Indeed.
Yes.
And then she says, that reminds me, actually, I was told to inform the students. As you all know, Winter Winds is coming up soon. Just about a month away now. And, of course, the school has its annual Winter Wind Ball. So I hope that you all have your dates lined up for the dance.
Hey, Croak, you want to go to the dance?
Are we still in the zone of truth?
Yeah.
Apologies, Killian, but I had another in mind.
Ooh.
It's really sweet that you would think about me, Croak, but not really interested in you like that.
Croak specifically does not say anything.
Professor Northumber has a huge grin on her face. You can tell that she enjoys stirring up drama.
Wait, what's her name? Professor what?
Professor Nymeria Northumber.
Oh my
Okay. Hey, Professor, who are you going to take to the dance?
Oh, the professors, we don't take people to the dance.
Do you want to, though?
We just watch over. It doesn't particularly interest me.
Did she cast it on herself?
She's standing inside the circle. Yeah.
Yeah. We could get dish on all the teachers.
Gilly, did you plan on going with anyone?
Yeah, I'm gonna go with Killian.
Aw, hell yeah, I'll go with you, Gilly.
What about you, Windermere and Amelia and Mary?
Windermere replies, I haven't put any thought into it, to be honest. And Amelia just kind of blushes and doesn't say anything.
And you, Mary? Do you have a date?
I don't know. We probably just go in a big group. Monk group, you know.
Ah, yes.
Wait, is he part of Sword Gang?
No, he's a part of Monk Gang.
Okay.
This gang.
Yo, did you have plans as well?
I'm not an old man yet. I'm not even thinking about that type of stuff yet.
Understood.
Gilly's gonna say, see how easy it is to ask someone, Croak? I just did it.
Yes, I will have to work on my approachability and questioning.
And then he's gonna like kind of slap him, and it stings his hand a little bit from the metal coat, and he's gonna say, it's not too hard, you just like get the courage and you ask him out, you'll be fine.
Croak is like busy writing down on his notes. Get courage, just ask. With bullet points.
Gilly looks down and like kind of takes the quill, and he's like, don't write it down, you gotta be it. I believe
all right. I'll work on it, Gilly. Thank you for the advice.
Yeah, I will be there while you ask her.
Okay.
I believe in you. It's completely obvious to everyone, so don't act surprised. We all know who you're
Croak
gonna
doesn't
ask.
say anything. Croak definitely doesn't say anything.
I don't think that's metagaming either.
I don't think so either.
You brought her
No,
a
it's
pie.
not.
It's a
You
universal
guys know,
pie.
he's just embarrassed.
Professor Northumber says, I hope we've all had our fun. The spell is going to fade in just a moment. You can see that the ley line has been sort of laid across the ground. Is beginning to sort of lose its color and its light. as the
Wait,
spell begins to
Professor!
fade. Yes?
I think that you should keep the spell on so Croak can ask.
Keep it on. Well, the spell stays here. It's in a certain area. So you'd have to.
And then Gilly's like, okay, wait, let me go find her.
No.
Gilly, I feel like your
Wait.
intentions are not completely pure.
Gilly, we can cast this at dinner later.
Wait, can you?
Can we?
And then Gilly's gonna go up and he's gonna be like, can you cast this for our dinner, please?
I don't typically desire to cast any sort of spells outside of the curriculum, as I know that the headmaster tends to frown on that sort of thing.
Please! This is just a truth spell. It's not like anything terrible.
Make a persuasion.
Okay.
Well, we'll see.
Oh no, I just got a 7. And I have a +5 in persuasion.
Alright, then she
So
says,
sad.
I apologize, Gilly, but school rules are school rules.
But it doesn't hurt anybody.
I know, but still, the headmaster, he doesn't like it when we meddle.
Okay.
We'll figure something out.
So
Yeah.
she won't cast it for you, but if one of you ever learned the spell, you could do it yourself. But by now, it has begun to fade, and you feel its effects fade, and are aware that you're aware that you're no longer under its influence. And Professor Northumber kind of claps her hands and says, "Wasn't that fun?"
Croak would be wiping
Yeah.
sweat off his brow if he could reach his forehead.
Just sweating through the armor. So she finishes off her lecture by explaining the ins and outs of the spell, its various verbal and somatic components. She gives you examples of times when it's been used in trials and things like that to great effect. She's used examples where people have been able to circumvent it as well. As it isn't an instant truth button, there are still ways people can be evasive and things like that.
Could we have just like walked out of it?
Yep. The
Oh.
way that it works is that it's not something that you can do very stealthily.
Oh, okay.
Because no matter who you cast it on, they're pretty much always going to know that they're under the influence of it. So it's not something that you could really do without the person being aware. I'm losing connection. I gotta refresh again. One sec. Is the stream still up? Let's hope so. Hopefully it was just Roll20 that lost connection and not my internet in general. Uh-oh.
Probably just roll 20. Oh, yeah, it's just roll 20. Your stream's still going.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to fix that.
Freaking roll 20.
Thanks for listening. Is anybody else having issues, or is it just me?
No.
I've been good so
I'm
far.
good now.
Because I can't get to the site anymore.
Oh damn.
That's
Try
so weird.
try clearing your browser cache, not like all the cookies and stuff, just the like saved images and files and stuff, and see if that'll help.
Yeah, it's not that I'm stuck in loading like you said you were. I can't get on the site at all.
That's weird. Yeah.
And you can get on other sites.
Yep. Let me double check. I believe so. I don't think I'm having any issues with anything else.
I would try clearing the cache anyway. Roll20 is really.
No, actually, it might just be my computer in general because I can't get anywhere else either. But the stream is
that's
still up,
weird.
which is really weird.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, you think that'd be the first one to go.
Do you like want to go restart your computer quickly?
It might come to that. Let me try a couple other things before I straight up hard reboot everything. Okay, yeah, my